Hey YouTube, welcome to the most amazing top 5, where I break down the world into brilliant top 5 lists. My name is Michael McCrudden. Sit back, subscribe, and let me entertain you. Now in the last video I asked you guys about your own YouTube channels. What kind of videos do you make? This is what you said. Now I want to know, if you were to ask the Queen one question, what would you ask her? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, let's jump into our list with the top 5 shocking facts about Queen Elizabeth II. First up in the number 5 spot, she woke up one night to find a stranger in her bed. On July 9th, 1982, a 31-year-old psychiatric patient named Michael Fagan scaled the Buckingham Palace drainpipe and made his way into Elizabeth's sleeping chambers. The man was dripping in blood from his hand from his climb to get inside, and then he took a seat on the Queen's bed near the corner. She woke up and didn't panic. Instead, she had a 10-minute talk with the guy about his kids and his mental problems until a guard thankfully came in. They later found out that this wasn't his first time breaking in. Moving on to the number 4 spot, the Queen sent an email back in 1976. It's a long time ago. Queen Elizabeth sent her first email while taking part in a network technology demonstration on March 26, 1976. Now what did it say? It was kind of boring. Some like navigational instructions. It'd be funny if it was like some juicy stuff like, "Oh Charles, you're such a sexy son." Unfortunately it was nothing like that. Regardless, she is the first head of state ever to send an email, and she's gotten very like tech savvy as of recent. She's got an iPad mini and she sends out a lot of emails. She doesn't write them, she has people for that. Moving on to number 3, she was shot at by a teenager. During her 55th birthday celebration on June 13, 1981, shots rang out as Elizabeth rode her horse in a parade near Buckingham Palace. The Queen was never hit. She actually quickly calmed her horse and continued on with the show. The 17-year-old boy named Marcus Surgeon, well, he fired 6 shots in the Queen's direction. Now this young shooter, he had idolized the assassins of John F. Kennedy as well as John Lennon and wanted to recreate something like that for himself. Thankfully he missed, and the cops were able to apprehend him. He spent 3 years in prison, and when he got out, well, he changed his name and got on with his life. Next up at number 2, the Queen paid for her own wedding dress in coupons. Princess Elizabeth married Philip Mountbatten on November 20th, 1947. This was shortly after the end of the Second World War, and the population of England was getting by on ration cards. Now this royal wedding was actually really practical, especially by royal standards, and the Queen had to save up her own ration coupons to afford the dress she wanted. In the end, she got an ivory satin gown designed by Norman Hartnell, and it was encrusted with 10,000 white pearls. That's a lot of coupons. But pearls, cheaper than diamonds, right? Finally, in the number 1 spot, this woman, she don't need no passport. She's reportedly visited 116 countries during her 60-year reign and is the most widely traveled head of state. But she don't need no paperwork. Actually, all British passports are signed or like sealed with the Queen's name on it. So when she's the one signing them, what's the point of having her up? She's gonna like, yo, I'm here. On top of that, she does not need a driver's license, and she drives a lot. She's been spotted going around in a Range Rover. Good for her. Alright guys, that's all I got for you this time. If you were to meet the Queen, what would you ask her? Let me know in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCrudden. Thanks for checking out the most amazing top 5. Other videos are floating around my head. Click on one of those, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.